All right. Hello, welcome to the Planet Cray podcast. My name is Steph Fly,
I'm Hermit.
and today we're talking about, as always, Card Five Vanguard, gaming, and other anime. And we have an interesting surprise segment for everyone's favorite Hermit.
Really? Wow.
Yes, we'll have to see later. Okie dokie. For our first topic, as if there's any other topic to talk about, the rundown on order cards. An order card can be, according to Bushiroad, two types of cards. Currently, there's only one that we all know of that will be coming out on March 27th. And then there's the normal order cards and blitz order cards that will go into your main deck. Normal order cards can be played during your main phase. Blitz can be played at any time. So something along the lines of Vanguard and Insider's Taunt would not be possible, but without the need of imaginary gift, instead with the replacement of a card in your 50 of a card in your deck, which does create
For some clarity, am I under the correct understanding when only the person who goes second can get these type of cards?
Well, no. For the card that's coming out on March 27th that we all know about, quick action card, the only person that gets the quick action card is the person who goes second on their first ride on their grade 0, and only if their Vanguard, and only if their opponent's Vanguard is on a grade 1. That would be the only type of card like that. It's technically what you would call a quasi-order card, as tokens are what the Bushiroad would call a quasi-unit card, but acts like a unit. Tickets are quasi-order cards.
So these quasi-order cards are only for the person who rides second, but both players get order cards.
Well, so here's for the record: the quick action ticket, the quick shield ticket, or the quasi-order card. This one specifically is for the person who rides second, not goes second, but rides second. Okay, as I'll explain in my playtesting. Other order cards will go into main deck, and if there's other tickets of some type, then they'll probably also go outside of your deck with your tokens and gifts. So, just to get to the nitty gritty, I guess we'll go remind you all of the skill in itself for Quick Shield.
Did we have someone jump in just now?
Yes.
Bitches.
What's up?
It's DB Talks.
DB Talks. So, the skill for the quick action ticket, the first quasi blitz order card, is auto. When you ride, draw one card. Well, no, it's when you ride. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 1 or higher, you can add one quick shield ticket to your hand. A quick shield is just like an imaginary gift or token. It is a special card, and you add it to your hand from the outside of your deck. Here's what you can do with it. It gives you, when placed in the Guardian Circle, it gives your Vanguard, it gives a unit on your field 5k power for until the end of that attack. And if in hand, you can use it to discard as well. Pretty cut and dry and simple. As well as Bushiroad lets everyone know that as of March 27th, quick action tickets will be eroded into your grade 0 Vanguard, whether it says it on there or not. But just eroded means they're just kind of rule changing that card, sliding it in there. I don't know if you know it, but every few months or so, Bushiroad comes out with some errata. But in the list of errata cards, there's a whole list. You can look it up on Bushiroad.com or CFVanguard.com or whatever that site is. Sorry. But to the options and the strategy of a quick action ticket is really good. It doesn't seem good on the upfront, but it's definitely going to be helpful in early game. Also, disable rearguard unit, or to discard if you're in a discard heavy deck. Something like discarding it to restand Overlord or to look for Tsukiyomi.
So, if I'm interpreting this correctly, the quick action card we're talking about is a card you have once per turn, every turn, even if you discard it, you get it back next turn?
Yeah, no. You
Okay,
only get
I'm
it one
confused.
turn.
I don't see how this like balances out going riding second. Yeah, like I know you and
Yes.
what's his new name? Duality Deity?
Duality, yes.
Yeah,
So
I know you guys have playtested it. I just don't see
yes.
how this new thing is any good.
To be bluntly honest, it's not going to be that much of an increase in going second, but it does help. It's a good. I would say it's a good start. I'm not going to say like it was fixed. I don't think it's fixed, but it's a start, definitely. Just to clarify, um, you only get this card once a game, and you get it when you ride if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 1 or higher. Then you add a quick shield ticket to your hand, and you have to add it to your hand like an imaginary gift where you have to place it no matter what. You have to add it to your hand no matter what. And its skill is literally when you place this unit in a Vanguard in the Guardian Circle, give a unit +5, give a unit's power plus 5k, and you can use this when discarding.
Yeah, but you only get it once per game, and you only use it once per game.
Yeah, I'll put it like this. To give an example, because we did playtest this.
Okay.
So I
Go ahead
believe
and give your example.
me and Duality, I was playing Hanzo. Duality was, I believe, playing, I want to say Genesis, but it could have been Gansalot. I'm not 100% sure. Am I remembering? Was it Genesis? No, it wasn't Genesis. It was Gansalot. Yeah. No. It was his Grand Blue deck. That's right. So he went Grand Blue. So
you guys play so much, you mix it up. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
So I know, right? So here's what happened. He won. I won the dice roll. I did not have I didn't have a grade 1 Vanguard. But if you know Hanzo, you know his skill needs him only makes the opponent discard cards from hand based on what was returned from their field to their hand if your opponent's Vanguard is a grade 3. So I want to go second. So what I do instead of G-assisting, I say, I'll pass. And so he swung, he hit, I took damage, and then when it was my turn, because you only get it when you ride on your grade 1. Just like when you ride on the grade 1, you draw a card. Yeah, you only get it when you ride on your grade 0. So just like when you ride on the grade 0, it says when rolled upon, draw a card. When rolled upon, if your opponent's Vanguard is a grade 1 or higher, get a quick shield ticket. So I get the ticket, and I ride my grade 1, and then from there, I honestly, there are times where I could have used it that would have saved me a damage early game, which I would assume is the time you want to use it. The downside is, for Hanzo, I kind of want that damage. A little bit of it at least, you know?
Yeah.
So, I hold it. I go for it. I go Protect 2 because he goes Protect 2. And we're in the phase of the game where I am, Hanzo, and I'm smacking him for quite a lot. So it gets to a point where he's attacking me for like a double crit, and I mean it's Violent Flanger. And if you don't know Violent Flanger skill, quite simply, basically you discard cards from your hand, and for each grade of the cards you discard from your hand, and your opponent can't guard with the grade of cards you discard from your hand or signals. So when going against Grand Blue, I just go Force 2 generally overall, especially when I'm playing Duality.
So this quick order, quick ticket,
Quick shield ticket.
quick shield ticket. It's like a protect marker in that it doesn't have a grade.
Yes.
So it's just a free 5k guard.
Yes. No, it's a free 5k power.
Which is
when on
essentially a
defense.
5k guard because
Yeah,
it's only
yeah.
for the battle, not for the turn, correct?
Yes.
Uh,
It also saved me from loss. So even though, like, yeah, technically I had a 20k guard in my hand, he was only attacking for 17k.
Can I add something in there?
So
hey, yeah, go ahead.
yeah.
So I definitely get it. They're trying to fix going first issue, but this might have a new issue.
That
Are you
if
ready
you
for this one?
sure.
For those who want to go second. So for me, I run Mordred.
And you want to go second?
Mordred can't do anything until your opponent's at grade 3.
Yeah.
So now, if I'm going second, that's what I want, and I have a better advantage now because now I have extra shield power, so I don't get screwed. And now my opponent might be in more trouble, you see, because now, let's say because of that, I might have an extra turn down, like, during the game, and that's how I win. Like, let's say, if I didn't have that quick shield, the opponent does, like, we'll say 3 damage to me that turn. And I'm only at grade 2, he's at grade 3. Let's say with that quick shield, he only does 2 damage instead of 3. Well, now I'm longer in the game, and because of that, well, now I end up winning. But if that weren't the case, then you see what I'm saying? This might make a new problem.
I mean, that's only specifically for Gamslot and Mordred who want to go second.
And
I don't know
Hanzo.
if that-
Well, there's also who else does it? Godhand. I mean, Godhand's already OP, but then getting that crit. I mean, yeah. There's other ones too as well. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I heard people speculating that this quick shield ticket thing, the first one being the 5k shield, is only like a testing ground. We're releasing this quick shield ticket to test it, and then as time goes on, they will release different kinds of quick shield tickets. So like this is like the prototype. That's what I've been hearing from other people. I don't know if that's.
I mean, so to put it like bluntly, like they do say that it's a quasi tickets, aka quasi order cards. I'm assuming that at some point they're definitely. I mean, clearly they're looking into like they're bringing this entire new mechanic and card type into Vanguard for the first time. Clearly, they have to be thinking about, okay, where else could order cards be useful?
So do you think it's only weak now because they're just testing it now?
Yeah. I wish they would have been so hesitant and focused on balance when they were building Bermuda Triangle this year, or last year, or Murakumo. I'm just saying, throwing it out there, or a Cell 2, which completely broke the game of Vanguard. I mean, being honest.
So overall, do both of y'all think that this quick shield ticket thing is a good direction to go?
I don't like change. I'm gonna be honest. and if I'm gonna be real, that one other shield, what's it called? Or the ones that you have to add in deck. I'm probably not gonna do it. Like I want to keep.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Like, does that increase our deck limit if we're adding things into our deck?
Your deck limit will still be 50. So it's basically saying if I want to run this card that says Soul Blast 1, discard a card, prevent an ability that your opponent is casting, just cast, or will cast it, or may cast this turn, it would be a ticket. You could run 4 of it in your deck, but what 4 cards will you be taking out? So if I'm looking at my Hondo deck, what 4 cards are there to take out? My deck is maxed to the brim.
So wait. So it's essentially like Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic cards. Then we're taking out monsters from Magic cards.
It has been spoken of like spell cards. Exactly, yes. I think. So here's my theory. Pause. Because everyone knows the new anime coming out will be starring Koji Buki, Suiko, Emmy and a new character, but Emmy and the new character don't play Vanguard. They're instead what I guess is being called Magic Girls. Some very yeah. And so it seems like, well, I mean, I'm saying seems. It seems like they're writing the new anime that comes out that should start in May because Shin arc ends in April. That will involve these order cards specifically, as if the girls were themselves were using it.
So the girls won't play Vanguard, but they'll be using Vanguard mechanics. I don't know.
So I'm looking for the article in which I got this from.
And this is also a prequel, not prequel, but like an origin story for Ibuki Koji.
It's an interquel, like it's the prequel to the G series. I think it's the story of how Ibuki found Rive.
I get that.
But is this before, like for the V series, is before he met Aichi?
No, this is after. This is after he graduated high school.
So the arc is called Vanguard Gaiden If, also known as basically like a What If series. It'll air in April 2020. So basically it says Emi and Shuka. The Shuka is the new character. From What If series scenarios, such as Emi being a unit summoning magic girl who calls forth Blaster Blade to protect her and her friends. I'm assuming at some point down the line, somewhere in that series arc, they'll probably bring about the order cards either there or somewhere at the end of Shin's arc, because they have to address that. So I'm guessing sooner than later we're going to start seeing quick shield tickets being used in Shin arc, maybe at the very end, and then other order cards that may be coming out being used in either Vanguard, Gaiden, If, or What If scenarios arc, or the next arc to be coming out. Because I'm not that excited about this upcoming arc, so I hope it's very, very short.
Really, I'm excited about it. Like, if this is taking place on Cray, I've always loved the lore of the units themselves. We get to actually see Cray.
I mean, I get that, but like, it doesn't seem, the way I'm hearing it explained now, it definitely seems like it's just gonna be a series of like, what if this happened, then this? What if this happened, then this? And I'm not hearing a lot of story progression. And as much as I love, much as I love lore, I'll have faith that there's some kind of story in here, and not just giving us Koji, Suiko, Emi, and some new chick what ifs from time to time throughout the entire series. That'll happen after Shin. They'll happen, I guess, after Aichi series and before Chronos, or somewhere in between Chronos.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think is going to happen. I think it's going to happen between Aichi and Chrono. This is when they graduate high school. Ibuki goes traveling, and he's going to find Rive. Rive is going to give him the Gear Chronicle deck, and in turn, when the G series comes up, Ibuki is going to give it to Chrono.
Okay, I'll have faith. I'm worried, to say the least.
Oh, definitely. You can be worried. I'm just... The only thing I'm really iffy about right now is the idea of messing with our deck ratios for magic cards in our decks and still having a 50-card deck limit. Like, so when you drive check this card, it won't be anything.
Yeah, I get that. I do. Yeah, I get that. I wonder... I don't know. They would have to do it in a way that would make these cards valuable. I'm assuming that these cards would have to have a free cost. Yes.
So, in the V series, we have Lost Legend striding with grade 4s from deck. So the way stride works right now so far, like I don't know how it'll be in the future when the new trial decks come out, but right now striding with Lost Legend and even Fang Tiger, you stride from the deck. You don't put grade 4s in your extra deck like a G zone. You don't have a G unit zone. And I like this. I like that you have to balance your 50 card limit around if you want to, stride or if you want to do something else. And I used a weird Lost Legend build back when I used Gear Chronicle, and that used the other grade 3 as a backup grade 3. So I like the idea of Vanguard keeping the 50 card limit and making units stay in the deck. I think non-units like tokens and imaginary gifts should be in the side deck, because I don't know, just
I totally understand.
I really don't like the idea of
It's
non-unit cards in a deck.
I get that. It's not the ideal of like creative deck building options that we want. It's saying, hey, you want to do this interesting, cool ability, you have to get rid of some card out of your deck. And it's like, I mean, that's a lot. Like most Protect clans run like 10 grade 3s. Most. Some run more. A few. Some probably will run less. But generally, like, you're looking at like, what do I get rid of? Grade 1s, grade 2s. As a ride chain player, this is horrifying. Because every game I have cards I cannot drop down 2-3 of. Like, what would I do? Like that would be crazy.
Yeah,
like I don't understand. It's definitely worrying, but like you told me, have faith. Maybe it'll work out.
I have faith in everything except for this whole adding magic cards into Vanguard decks. That's the only thing I don't have faith in.
Yeah. What if they were order cards that I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's definitely
I really don't know either.
odd. I was hoping that they were going to say, hey guys, so we decided to allow you to use older series grades 1 and 2s, except for some of the grade 1 and 2s, like these. Except for some of the grade 1 and 2s that are older, from older series, like maybe banned or limited because of how game breaking they can be. But that would be a great way to add more creative options to a clan, to a deck, as opposed to like adding art cards. Like I would like to see them add card skills that can help, that allow me to like avoid and prevent skills from being used by my opponent. But having one of those just sitting in my deck, kind of unsettling, I guess. And I mean, I'm using that as like this is what I think will probably happen. Like it literally could be an art card that just says plus 10k to your entire board for free or something like that, or 5k to your entire board, because 10k will be a lot. That's like their numbers for like. And I'm assuming all of these cards will cost nothing, because if they cost something, you're making it. There's less incentive. I'm now less incentivized to want to invest in them, to even play test them. And then they would have to be, I'm assuming, like open to any clan. Because if they weren't, that would definitely create some issues. That long pause. That long pause.
Like I have to digest it, because I myself don't have any real idea about what the Hiffle is going on with what they're gonna do with this new mechanic. Like I was honestly expecting like a third type gift marker. That's the whole point of the last week's video.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that
I think everyone was expecting that.
Like, I mean, maybe third type gift markers will happen eventually, but I'm happy they can surprise us still. Like they can still throw us for a loop. I just can't wrap my head around it yet. So that's why I don't have any real strong opinions aside from immediately I don't like it.
I would definitely be willing to look at more tickets from if then in this scenario. You know, that would be cool. I would definitely get tickets, but then I guess there's no sacrifice in the deck. What? This could definitely change the way Vanguard is played forever.
Maybe. I mean, at least. Well, this might affect premium too.
I mean, right. Yeah. So, okay, what about this? What if, because they say you can run any 4, you could still only run them as a maximum of 4, unless stated otherwise, and they go in your main deck. Now, that's not the tickets, that's honor cards in general, which can be normal or blitz. And that's why I keep going to this whole, if your opponent uses a skill, you can block it or prevent it from using it this turn. Because of the blitz, use it on your opponent's turn option. And then the quick shield ticket is a blitz order card, or a quasi blitz order card. So would you, to play devil's advocate, be more open to it if Vanguard extended their deck limit to 55 or 60?
I don't think Vanguard should be upsetting the deck limits at all.
Why not?
Because Vanguard's always been a very strict math ratio game. Like, if you count your opponent's triggers, it's always going to be, I have to start 16 out of, okay, so you have your starter out of deck, so that's 49. 5 cards in hand, that's 44. Stand and draw, 43. So 16 out of 43, assuming they don't have their triggers in hand. Mathematically, I feel like I don't want them to mess with the ratios.
Okay, I feel you. But wouldn't, still playing devil's advocate here, wouldn't it actually help against the luck issue?
I don't think it would help against the luck issue. I think it would make decks more inconsistent. What is the strongest standard unit right now? Hyuga. What does Hyuga do? Force cards back into your deck.
Yeah.
Upsetting your ratios.
Yeah, I get that.
So I don't think they should mess with the ratios.
Okay. So before we move on to the anime, because I don't have a lot to say about the anime, but I might have a lot to say based on what you say about the anime. What do you think about?
Hello?
Yes. Yo.
Hello? I think I lost you for a second there.
I'm here. Okay, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Alright, so Hermit. We talked about Try 3. You're very excited about Try 3. Needless to say.
I mean, I'm excited that, certain aspects of Try 3 are coming back. I was never a huge fan of Try 3 in of themselves.
So to be, for context, you run restanders, but not protect restanders, just restand. So I love some tokens and some ride chains, which is weird and cool at the same time. I feel like both of us definitely do some out of meta different playstyles.
I guess you could call it that.
I mean, yeah, we both have a deck that's we
definitely
meta
for
relevant
fun more than for meta.
Yeah.
We're we're competitive, but competitive in a fun way. We're not competitive like, oh, I must win, therefore I must drop thousands of
Yeah.
dollars to build.
Yeah,
Whatever
competitive
is
for the lows.
strongest.
I'm not gonna build Riviera because neither am I building Coral. No matter if it's ride chain, I don't care. I don't care. I don't want it. I don't want me to triangle in my life.
Right.
There's not enough incognito tabs for that. I'm joking. That did not come out. I thought it was. But so Chrono Tiger, definitely a ride chain. You suggested that I went to see what Chrono Jet was like.
Yeah, I definitely think you should try building Chrono Jet or Chrono Tiger.
What's
I'm actually
Chrono
trying to talk.
Mikey? I mean, not Mikey. No, not Mikey, but DB Talks.
DB Talks. I think DB Talks would have a lot of fun building Chrono Tiger.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Because of the pretty goodness.
Yeah. Sorry, I've lost track. What's our like topic discussion currently?
Right now, we're talking about the new card releases.
Okay, card releases.
Gear Chronicles specifically. So I'm getting to the point where I'm getting to what makes you think, what gives you the inclination, so to speak, $5 word. Let's go. That Chrono Jet would be a ride chain.
It's kind of like the idea of yin yang opposites. Blaster Blade, Blaster Dark. Both are blasters. Both have like a guy riding a horse with Mordred and Ganslot. So the idea of there's always your polar opposite. So Chrono Jet Dragons polar opposite has always been Chrono Fang Tiger, and even in Eastern mythology, the rival of the dragon is the tiger.
Okay.
According to the Zodiac. So the fact that Chrono Fang Tiger got like not really a ride chain per se, but you got units that look like a ride chain. We don't know if it's exactly a ride chain yet. I think in keeping with that theme, keeping with the whole idea of if Blaster Blade has this, Blaster Dark should have this. If
gotcha. So
if Chrono Tiger has this, Chrono Dragon should have this.
Gotcha. And the Chrono Tiger is based on having no hand and being very powerful because of the lack of hand they have.
Ooh, let's not jump. We're not going to jump that boat yet.
Okay.
Yeah, if we're debating abilities, we're not going to jump that gun yet because that website you gave me, Cardfight Coalition, already gave some hints of what Chrono Jet was going to do. Yeah, and it didn't sound anything like what Chrono Fang or even Lost Legend does.
Shout out to Cardfight Coalition.
Coalition?
Yeah, Coalition. Shout out to them. They do great work. You can get them online at cardfightcoalition.com, or you can find them at Cardfight Coalition on Twitter, which is where I find them. Every time something new comes out.
If I'm remembering correctly, Cardfight Coalition says that Asha's also going to be using plant tokens, where she makes a copy of herself, and someone was saying in the forums that she's like the old Genesis, where she pulls a crit trigger, then she gives the crit end power to her token copy.
Yeah.
If that's true, I think that's really cool. And then I never really cared about. I don't even remember his name. Blue Aerial Knight, Royal Paladin, whatever.
Is it Archile? Arcalite?
Acolyte?
Altmile, yeah.
I don't care about him. But they say that his thing is apparently the more face down counterblast you have, the stronger you'll be. So I guess it's the opposite of Angel Feather right now, where Angel Feather's like the more face up damage you have, the stronger they are.
Or your opponent has.
And then I think Chrono Jet, they were saying something about warping space time, so it might be time leap. So Chrono Jet, if they're doing what they did before with time leap, it might be a multi-attacking force clan. So the second.
So maybe a restander.
Definitely, probably not. Don't know, but I think in terms of rear guard usage, time leaping, you would leap a grade 1 you attack with to a leap 2, and then you would attack with that grade 2, and you would time leap your opponent's rear guards down. Okay, you have a grade 2 intercept. I'm gonna force you to replace that grade 2 with a grade 1.
That sounds cool.
Time leap. Yep. So all speculation again, but I think that's a very real possibility.
That's literally the only reason why I like Witcher Frost Melissa as a card. I don't play Genesis for the record. I just really like the card Witcher Frost Melissa, and I wish it was an OTT card because I would run it as a 4 of just to make people drop their entire hand. Cause quick math. If you have 5 cards on field, which mostly you always want, and I play that, and I make you drop, and I make you call 5 cards over it, A, not helpful for your next turn. B, if I did it 4 times, that's 20 cards. I dropped you down to 30 cards. That's 29 cards.
And then C is just field control. I think Tyron, I think Snugfly, if you ever found and watched Legion, you would have really liked the Shadow Paladin Witches, where that they forced you to superior call triggers from your deck. Or was it Drop Zone? I don't remember. I think you would really like that. But yeah, so that's
so to the anime.
To the anime.
So
today's episode was definitely a setup episode.
Yeah.
It was very more lighthearted in nature. The effects of the animation, the graphics felt really like childish, which isn't bad. It's still a kids show.
Is it?
I mean, Japan has different standards. Japan's okay with showing nipples, man. Like America's super sensitive. Hide your children from anything.
They're all like hide your kid, hide your wives.
Yeah.
Hide your kid, hide your wives. Anime is corrupting everybody out here. They are so dumb. They are so dumb. They know where you live. Sorry.
Japan is awesome weird. Like they're conservative, but they're freaky at the same time. Anyways.
I mean, they do have.
By Japanese standards, Cardfight Vanguard is still a kids show. But Shin just goes around, hanging out with everyone before the big tournament, Then he goes. It felt like a shipping episode. Like, Nanami and Mikuru were following them to the restaurant.
That was hilarious. I love that part. That part was so cute. She's like, oh no, she knows we're here. She must have seen us.
Yeah, she paid for my dinner. Why didn't I eat
more? Why didn't I eat more? Mikuru had a little bowl of salad because she couldn't afford anything else. I felt so bad for her.
I mean, she's only 15. So if she's 15 and Shin is 22, that's a, 7-year difference?
Wait. Mikuru was 15?
Yeah, she just started high school. High schoolers in Japan usually are 15 or 16.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I forget. I believe that's so for just so y'all don't go, oh, that's disgusting. Like, none of y'all will. Let's keep it honest. But most of y'all probably love Bermuda Triangle for the artwork. Those are kind of harsh. I believe that the legal age to marry in Japan for women, for girls, is 16.
I mean, that's how it is in America too, in certain states with parental consent, isn't it?
Yeah, but the legal age for men to marry in Japan is like 18.
Really? The different legal age of marriage? Huh,
yeah,
I didn't know.
I know, that's weird, right?
Someone fact check that.
I'm fact checking it now.
Anyways, the anime is setting up to look like the next episode. It looks like that when Shin and Rive fight, that might cause the stride summoning phenomenon that helps Chrono and Chrono Dran meet, as per the G series. So Shin is becoming more and more involved. I really, really hope when Chrono's time comes in his anime, like Shin comes back as basically, I hope Shin's important is more prevalent even after Chrono's the main character. Like, Shin is just way too involved to not be involved at this point. I would be heartbroken if they're all like, Shin had his time, so he's good for now. I'm like, no, you can't just get someone this deeply involved and then like, no more. Okay, we're not gonna do anything with them anymore. I don't know. I really like Shin. You know what would be really boss?
Okay,
If
so pause.
if Chronos, okay.
No, actually, you go, and then I'll come in after.
So if Chrono becomes the main character in the anime again and Chrono's the focus, wouldn't it be awesome if Chrono, Shin, and Aichi all team up in a 3v3 versus like the bad guys? All three protags fighting together?
Yeah. Here we go. I would watch that. Actually, that'd be really dope. I'm okay with that.
I really like the idea. Alright, so what were you going on with?
So, okay, so in fact checking, yes, I am correct. So to marry without parental permission in Japan is the age is at 20, which was changed recently.
Whoa,
But
20.
But you can marry with parental permission. But for a man with parental permission, you can only marry at the youngest is 18 for men. So if you're
And
18-year-old guy in Japan, you need parental permission to marry. If you're a girl in Japan, you need parental permission to marry at 16. But because of a global push to end childhood marriage, which is disgusting as we all know, Japan has decided to join that movement, which they have long held out on, and change their law that would take effect in 2020. In 2020, which gives this was posted in 2018, by the way. So March 2018.
Got it. I feel like we're going
So
off a tangent by
that
talking
gives-
about Japanese laws.
I
and
know.
stuff, you know.
We're gonna hop back. So that gives people a few years, but like in 2020, where the legal age to marry with parental permission is 18 for both sexes or genders, which I think is probably a good idea. I don't know how they got there, but back to the anime, people. Sorry for the tangent.
So, what was I saying? Setup episode, right? It's a very setup heavy episode, and yeah, that's really all I can really say about it right now.
Here's my thought. I feel like the last few episodes have been very setup heavy. Like a witness, they're gonna be payoff. The last episode was setup heavy. The episode before that was setting up the last episode. And so it's like we've had 3 or 4 episodes, or 3 episodes that have been very setup heavy. Like, at one point, do you just give us the knock knock joke already?
And I get that, but at the same time, we need the setup for the story because apparently the Tatsuya doesn't play Vanguard, or so he claims anymore.
Yeah, which is hard to see.
I don't think that's true. I think he still plays Vanguard. I think eventually him and Shin are gonna fight. They're gonna hash out their differences.
So, yeah. So, do we want to talk about spoiler alert? Apparently, Asuka, she just likes to put young boys in really odd situations. Maybe.
How old is she?
Maybe she should be legally looked at. She's easily 25, 30.
That's still within strike range for Shin. He's 22.
He's not 22. He's in high school.
No, he's 22. He was 18 at the beginning of the V series, and then 4 years later, he's 22.
Oh, no. Then she has to be like 40.
She's no way in her 40s.
She at least has to be 35.
I do like how involved she is, how she's aware of Myojin Ryu's existence. So like when Chrono comes around as the main character again, and they're all going after Ryujin, then she could still come back as a character too instead of being a background character.
All right, I get that. I'm okay with this.
And that's that's why I'm liking the V series so much, because all the characters have potential to still be there when Chrono comes around. Like Chrono will be the main character, I get it. But at the same time, don't sideline anyone. I hated how Kamui, back in the original series, Kamui was like there. He was awesome. But in the V series, Kamui was just, what's a Kamui?
He was basically like an extra.
Yeah, and that's why I hated. Like Kamui was one of my favorite characters from the original series.
He had.
So when
Oh no! Wait. We have to acknowledge that he had a extended arc in which he was the third most interesting character during the process of figuring out how to unreverse someone, how to take away, how to help someone regain their interest in Vanguard. That also must be said. But
yeah, so he was there
outside of
helping
that,
Kyo. Yeah, outside of that, he didn't really fight much.
which
Even though his clan is one of the coolest, like beast deities.
which to me, honestly, is a shame. Like I'm glad. I was very happy to see Kyo there. Kyo's one of my favorite characters of the entire series. Shin is my favorite, but Kyo is definitely one of my favorite.
That's ironic since you hate Murakumo so much.
I really hate Murakumo. Actually, I don't even hate Murakumo. It's Link, Joker, and Bermuda Triangle that I hate. That's beside the point.
Link Joker's getting new support. Yeah.
God, can we not ever talk about him again? Sorry.
We can save that for next podcast. We can talk about the new clan supports coming out in Japan soon. But I think we should probably wrap it up soon.
All right. So wrapping it up, we're gonna wrap it up with our news segment. But before we do that, with our new segment, Hermit doesn't know slang. Cause Hermit, he don't know slang. He's like knows nothing to do about the world of cool, hip, younger people or urban people.
Says the guy older than me.
I'm older than you, but I'm also very hit with it.
I'm very ignorant in the ways of alternative speaking in America
and alternative cultures, but that's okay.
I wouldn't say I'm ignorant in alternative cultures. I'm just very selective in what cultures I want to research and study.
Okay, cool. I'll give you that. So, for the very first segment of Hermit Don't Know Slang, what is the definition of? You get 5 points and every 100 points, I'll give you, I guess we'll say, a free meal. Oh, gross. A hug? Sure, yeah. We'll say every 20 points, I'll give you a hug. It's gonna make me very not happy, but okay,
Challenge
cool.
accepted. And you trust me not to use Google?
Yes.
Wow, that's putting a lot of faith in me.
Because you have
pressure.
You have 10 seconds.
Right,
what is the definition of cap?
Isn't that when you kill someone, you put a cap in someone?
No. Try again. I'll give you a hint. That's cap. No, that's not. No cap. What's the definition of cap?
That's cool.
Mm-mm.
All right.
You give up?
I give up. I give up.
Cap. It is an adjective which means to lie or to say falsify. No cap is an adjective which means telling the truth. I am a genius. That's cap. Am I kind of smart sometimes? That might still be cap. It might still be cap. But Hermit don't know nothing about slang, and that's no cap. And thank you for watching Vanguard. I also don't know words. No cap. Which is how you would use that in an example.
Got it.
The example Urban Dictionary gives us is you talk about what you don't do. That's cap. He said he was gonna kill me. Bruh, I know that's cap. Then he was killed, so there was no cap in the whole anyway. Joking. I added that part myself. Try using this word. Try bringing in cap. Whenever duality say something, it's like, nah, that's cap.
Yeah, that's exactly the example I was gonna use.
Duality. Stop capping, bro. Stop capping. Why always capping?
All right. Well, let's try this. Thank you for watching. This was Hermit.
Snookfly.
And this was Planet Cray's
Planet Cray podcast.
We really need to come up with an outro.
You know what? We're just gonna keep doing this until an outro makes itself naturally. Thank you.
Fair.
Have a great day. Enjoy your life. Do you. Peace. Fly out.
Bye.